We're live. The home of the Miami Heat, American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. For the Miami Heat, they come into tonight's game after the loss to Orlando in Florida. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. They've got Robinson. Johnson is out there with Thompson. Then there's Johnson. And it's Pettit in at the power forward. And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game-level intensity.
Now, that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Well, for Detroit, their last game a loss to the San Antonio Spurs. Johnson attacking, and he comes up with the deuce.
Oh, so because no one was there to contest, you're going to just put a little something extra on it. I see you.
Durant, wide open, he fires. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Inside, Pettit. Nice D from Durant.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, that won't go in the stat sheet. Close to getting the block, but really it had the same effect.
Here's Johnson. Following the score by Miami. Thompson in the corner. Westbrook with the steal. And Stackhouse kicks to Westbrook. The three. Collins. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Collins has got his first basket.
Exceptional instincts on the offensive boards. It didn't try to slam it home. Tipping it in was all he needed.
Robinson dishes to Johnson. Missed inside.
Wow, he just does everything right there except hit the layup.
And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
Miami shooting their first free throw tonight.
Yeah, last season, around 71% of the free throws made. And you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
The Pistons shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Collins.
No question he got bumped on that shot. And when you look at what the Pistons have done, pretty clear this is a team that has a vision of who they want to be. Strong defensively, really good at rebounding the basketball, and I think deliberate and patient on the offensive side of the floor.
West is checked in for Detroit. Shots good by Walker.
The game is just getting going, and he's already 3 for 4. That's definitely a good sign.
Johnson kicks to Robinson. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. 6 points for Robinson. And with the Pistons, this has been the identity the team has been aiming for under Stan Van Gundy. It's taken shape, but has yet, Greg, to produce big results.
I think it's because they've just always been 1 or 2 pieces short of making that next jump. I think the conference has gotten stronger, and while their best players are really good, I don't think they're quite at that elite level yet to allow this group to take that next step. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And he's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. Tipped away. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. Finished off the break.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Now here's Westbrook. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. From outside the arc, buries the long-range jumper.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
And Robinson throws it down.
Oh, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
Miami's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. An easy layup after coming off the pin. Cowens has got 6 points.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it.
Well, the defense had nothing to do with that turnover. They're just fortunate. That's just plain sloppy passing.
The Pistons trailing. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. And Stan Van Gundy, known for being one of the more demanding coaches when it comes to defense. He doesn't care who you are. If you're not giving it your all on the defensive end, you're going to find yourself on the bench.
Well, he's clear with what he wants and what he expects, and you know, when you step on the floor.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. 5 on the clock. Down kicks to Bibby. Miami needs to get a shot off. There's Beal with the 3. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Johnson, a wide open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists in the game. Bibby passes to Brown. Back to Bibby. Lets it go from deep. Nailed from three-point land.
And they are going toe-to-toe here tonight, guys. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
Punch, counter punch. Neither club's been able to sustain an advantage.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Good on the second free throw. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Cheeks. Anderson right side. Deng kicks to Divac. And it's Divac with the jam. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
And again, it's the Heat missing. Here's Anderson. Oh, and he can't cap off the break. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. The Pistons on top, up 1. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And off we go at post game. The Pistons leading. Here are the 5 Detroit has to start the second quarter. Cheeks is out there with Anderson. Then it's Deng. Then it's Divac. And it's Robinson in at the power forward. And the basket by Divac. Chris, I know that when you go through a season, there are certain matchups that you love and certain ones that you don't. When you were playing, which other power forwards did you just dread, just did not like going up against?
Well, Kevin, I would kind of change that and say dread to me was love, meaning that I dreaded and I loved to go up against Tim Duncan because you knew you had to be prepared that night. I loved and I dreaded going up against KG. You know, I played in the era where in 1 week I could have played against Shaq, Rasheed Wallace, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon. This is all on the West Coast. So for me, you know, I dreaded the Western Conference, but what's so good about it is that you just have to be prepared. And you can't dread the NBA. It's like you grew up wanting to play against the best players in life. And so I really love the fact that I had to be my best every night or you're going to get embarrassed in the league. So it was every power forward.
Never an off night, was there, Chris?
Never an off night. And, you know, so I can't say I dreaded Karl Malone over Barkley or Olajuwon over David Robinson or Tim Duncan over KG. It's just like, hey, man, you got to put your big boy pants on, get ready, and go to work, baby. Put your hard hat on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. And David West gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And Miami has possession. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Back to Bibby. Jacks up a three. Sinks the triple. Bibby's got 6.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
The Heat trail by 4. And Chris, as you grew up a Piston fan being born in Detroit, which Piston were you the biggest fan of when you were growing up?
Oh, wow. By far, Isaiah, no question. Isaiah was the heart and soul of that team, a guy that was smile, but you know had the heart of an assassin that wanted to play and use everything that he had to get a win out of every game. The best small guard, in my opinion, the game has seen. His handles, his leadership. He was just a Chicago kid trying to make it. And then, of course, Joe Dumars and the fact that, you know, he was just so solid, such a great guy for the community, such a heck of a two-guard out there, a defender, a guy that could spread the floor. And, of course, Bill Laimbeer, his physical play, Bob Lanier, my man Rick Mahorn, Adrian Dantley, Mark McGuire. I could keep going. Chuck Nevitt even was a Piston for a while.
Cheeks the pass to defense. And dang, here we go. Anderson wide open. No good on the 3. For Miami, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Up top, D-Box. Cheeks kicks to Anderson. West outside. Here's Dang. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills at the offensive.
Here's Haslam. Brown dishes to Bibby. Trying to find Haslam and gets it to him. Bibby passes to Haslam. And it's sent back by West. Anderson kicks to D-Box. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Over to the left wing. Anderson outside. Clock at 6. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Haslett. David West grabs the miss. Cheeks the pass to Anderson. The feed to West. It's stolen by Haslam. West with the steal. Poked away. Beal with the steal. Wilkes the pass to Bibby. It's stolen by Device. And Miami going with a whole new group out there. And the Pistons making a change here. 1:30 left in the first half of basketball. Johnson with it. Westbrook picks him up. Got it to go. That one good from Pettit. Pettit's got 6.
Fruitful possession. Just doing what they can to extend the lead.
That's what you have to do. Stay in the moment. Keep grinding.
Collins. Durant for 3. Hits it from three-point range. He has 6.
That's too much space to give him out there on the perimeter. They got to close out on him.
Johnson kicks to Dang. Thompson dishes to Dang. Back to Thompson. And it's Cowens with the rebound. Cowens has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Durant. And Stackhouse kicks to Westbrook. There's the 3. And again, Miami with the triple.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backcourt.
Johnson, the pass to Dang. Back to Johnson. Durant with the steal. Westbrook kicks to Walker. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Pistons lead by 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. The Pistons leading.
And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big 3 era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
They've got Stackhouse. He's out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cowens in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Miami. For 3, Westbrook. And again, Miami with the triple. And great credit to Miami Heat front office and coaching staff for continuing to keep this team competitive despite losing several Hall of Fame-type players in the last couple of years.
And that is never an easy task for a franchise to go through. But the Heat have stayed in the competitive picture with smart signings and trades, and don't discount the impact Eric Spoelstra has had on that roster. And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Well, yeah, and you have to give him credit, too. Makes the right read go straight to the rim.
And finished off by Robinson.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. The dish to Stackhouse. Westbrook against Johnson. 4 on the shot clock. Westbrook kicks to Stackhouse. Back to Westbrook. For the tie. Detroit with the rebound. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the Pistons making a change here. Cheeks is checked in. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. Well, Chris, you played for a number of coaches in your storied career. What's the one thing that the average NBA fan doesn't give coaches enough credit for, would you say?
Wow. I would say they don't give coaches enough credit for understanding players, and not just how players play, but understanding players' moods, understanding the idiosyncrasies of a guy's just being. Just the fact they're totally immersed in basketball. So the fact that you may have a guy that knows offense, coach knows offense, he knows defense, he knows styles of plays, he knows more than the offense that he's just bringing to the table. So I would just say I think the overall knowledge and years put in to being a coach is probably the most underestimated attribute by fans.
That's great. Makes it off the glass. Pettit's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside Westbrook. The pass to Cowens. The kick out to Westbrook. Over Johnson. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 14 points for Russell Westbrook. And Jerry Stackhouse picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now a timeout called by Detroit. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Johnson draws the double. A steal. In transition, here comes Miami. Here's Westbrook. Pass to Cowens. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
His free throw ability makes him tough to defend in the post. Teams can't get too physical with him.
Nice ball movement by Detroit. Johnson. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Pass to Stackhouse. Outside Westbrook. For the tie. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Robinson. To the middle. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession.
Yeah, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
Johnson dishes the D-box. Miami grabs the miss. And, Chris, if you're a Pistons fan, you have to be happy with the direction this team is headed. They have a good, youthful core, a brand-new arena. Things are looking up.
Oh, yeah. 3 championships in the history. 2 of those were back-to-back and another final. But if you look back at the Pistons' history, just like most organizations, it's full of valleys and peaks. And they just went through a valley for the past 7 years or so. And we'll see how things are lining up for them. It looks promising, but they have to come through and execute.
Dang passes to D-box. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. A different look for Miami. And here's Henderson for 3. They get it back. And here's Johnson outside. Divac kicks it to West. Bibby again. It's Johnson. Over Bibby. And that one comes up a bit short. Miami trailing. It's stolen by Divac. Here's Johnson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now into the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. West kicks to Divac. He feeds it to Johnson. And it's Divac missing.
Aggressive move to the bucket, and the D is ready for it.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession.
Talk about no pressure being put on him, and he sails the pass right out of bounds.
Cheeks checked in for Detroit. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Anderson, he's checked in for Dennis Johnson.
Yeah, just hitting the reset button, a chance to kind of talk some things over.
And the chance to draw up a great play. I mean, this is a chess match at work.
Now a timeout called by Miami. And the Pistons making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Detroit's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. There's the double team with Westbrook. The kick out to Dang. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pass to Stackhouse. No one near him. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists in the game. Up in time. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Oh, man, that's a monster shot to close out the third. And the lead is theirs heading into the final quarter.
And the game still closely contested. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth. The Heat trail by 3. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the floor for Detroit, we've got Dang. Devon's is out there with West. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Cheeks in a point guard.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
For the Heat, their last game a loss to the Magic. Oh, and the jam by Devon's.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Cheeks against Westbrook. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And another 3 for Detroit.
And certainly, they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half. And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Thompson outside. Back to Johnson. And the pass to Pettit. Robinson left side. Here's Johnson. Tries again. And Robinson with the layup.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. And good, he nails it. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he has the chops for this, raising the intensity when it matters most.
But he's showing you he wants to close this game out. That's an attitude that he brings and is appreciated by this team.
A good score inside, and the defense really offering very little resistance.
That's just an attack mindset. I love it. Game on the line, he's out competing guys.
They double-team Johnson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
But it's surprising, Kev, to see so little urgency on the defensive side, especially with them losing this game right now.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. Three-pointers have hurt them tonight, and he told his players, we've got to play them better on the three-point line. We can't give them any more clean looks. Kevin?
Shoots from the elbow. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Beals checked in for Jerry Stackhouse. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
The amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Ooh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
Detroit leading by 6. Johnson the screen. Thompson from long range. And it's Miami with the rebound. Collins has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. Russell Westbrook. That one is off.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Robinson with it. Westbrook picks him up. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game. And Detroit has possession. It's a 5-point game. Robinson, that's good.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Westbrook with it. Outside, Walker. 5 to shoot. Westbrook dishes to Beal. Good D by Thompson.
Well, that's giving him too much space from mid-range. It doesn't hurt him there, but they can't keep doing that.
It's good. And it's a 9-point Piston lead. Outside Westbrook. Feeds it to Durant. And a wide open look for Walker. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And that's 10 points for Walker.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Well, that's because both offenses are relentless. Each side trying to close this thing out.
Johnson for 3. The Heat have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Takes a 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
Westbrook passes to Durant. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Now just a 2-point Piston lead. Johnson sets the screen for Johnson. He used that pick to get in close.
Oh, just a solid screen to free him up. Makes the layup possible.
They set the pick. Johnson against Westbrook. Pass to Collins. Stolen by Robinson. The drive by Thompson. And he comes up with the deuce. And the Pistons lead by 6.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Defensively, you know he's feeling good right now. And as the opposing team, you better adjust your scheme accordingly.
Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
And he commits the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Now a timeout called by Miami. They trailed by 8. We got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
And Miami making a change here. Ibby's checked in. From deep, Walker. David Robinson with the rebound. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 9.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
Offensive rebound. Can they get it? Bibby for 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the seconds. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Now a timeout called by Miami. They're trailing by 9. 9 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
And this is what happens when you dig yourself a hole. It's hard to climb out of.
They can only blame themselves. A few missed opportunities, some miscues that they'd like to have back. It all adds up.
And so the Pistons take the win. This was a very strong showing.